Lord Mayor, how are you?
You're very welcome, Andrew.
Thanks very much.
Welcome back.
Again. Thank you very much.
Well, we'll have a quick sort of look around this morning, and then I think on the itinerary later, then you have a proper tour with one of our tour guides. So
When was it built? Do you know?
it opened in 1906, so I had the centenary there just a few years ago.
Now, it's great to see Lord Mayor of Dublin, Andrew Montague, here in Belfast City Hall. How's it for you?
Oh, it's great. It's something that Andrew and I have been talking about for quite some time now. He came in the office shortly after me, and we met for the first time, I think, down in Áras an Uachtaráin at the table of a former Belfast president, Mary McAleese, and we were talking about how we could not just organise a visit like this, but also develop links formally between Belfast City Council and Dublin City Council as well. So today's part of that. I'm delighted to be able to host the Lord Mayor of Dublin here in Ireland's second city, and we have a jam-packed day ahead. He's just meeting a cross-community group from Newton Butler here. At the minute we're heading up to the Cllr, then Belfast Met, and out to a cross-community project with Intercom between Tigers Bay and the New Lodge. So, you know, we have a lot to showcase in Belfast, and we have a lot of work that we can develop on a partnership basis with our friends in Dublin, and today's part of that, and we're looking forward to building on those links.
Well, I'd be a regular visitor to Northern Ireland. My dad's from Tyrone, from Carrickmore in County Tyrone. My mum's from Monaghan, so my parents are from both sides of the border, but they're both Ulster folk. So I'm a regular visitor up to the north. I've never been in City Hall before, so I find it's fascinating because we have a beautiful City Hall in Dublin. It's great to be here in City Hall in Belfast. I'm delighted to be here, get a look around, a lot of history here. And I'm just getting a very warm welcome from the Lord Mayor of Belfast, Niall. He's a wonderful fella, and you're very lucky to have him for your Lord Mayor.
How important do you think it is to have those sorts of links between Ireland's two main cities, Dublin and Belfast? And what are the benefits for the people?
Well, look, I think it's crucially important that we all cooperate together, that we've so much to benefit from synergistic relationships. That's a fancy word of saying that if we work together, we'll both be better off. And we've also a lot to learn from each other, you know, as different cities. And our councils are organised differently. We maybe run different services, and I think we've a lot to learn. I think I'm interested in maybe some of the community work that goes on up here, the cultural features. Policing, how policing is organised is quite different to how policing is organised down south. And one of my local superintendents is Paul Moran. He was seconded to the PSNI here for 2 years, and so he introduced me to some of the communities up here, people like Liam Maskey. So I'm going to be meeting Liam today and meeting with some communities across Belfast. So I'm really interested to know that relationship with the police up here, with the Gardaí down south, how we can best deal with crime, antisocial behaviour, which is a huge problem in all our communities. It's always something you have to keep looking at and working on. And in my year as Lord Mayor of Dublin, I set up a commission on antisocial behaviour, so I'm particularly interested in those issues.
Absolutely great opportunity to meet both mayors here, and a great opportunity that Niall has afforded us to come up from Newton Butler, where this group is a cross-community group on the border area of Newton Butler, and they have had an opportunity to meet the Lord Mayor of Dublin, and now they're getting the opportunity here with Niall in City Hall in Belfast, and to be the end of this tour that we're in Belfast, to meet the two Lord Mayors together. I think it's a great opportunity to show the cooperation on the island of Ireland and how much we have moved forward to be able to do that. We cannot survive just on the one side of the border. We need to look at this island as a one island, and to be able to share the resources that we have. And certainly this is showing that the communities of the border area are willing to move forward and look at how we can do that, and the coming together of this group is testament to that.
You look forward to the visit being reciprocated and heading down to Dublin?
I do, of course. Day out in Dublin's always good. It'll be good to go down and not have to canvass, because that's normally what I do in Dublin. But you know, again, it's equally important for us to learn from Dublin. We have always looked at Dublin in the City Council for best practice, for lessons to be learnt. I think we continue to do that as a major European city. I think we have a lot to offer as well, not just Dublin, but other cities. And it's good. I think it's timely that we now go beyond just simply, you know, friendships between the two cities and start to formally channelise those links and look at how that can be mutually beneficial for both cities, but more importantly for the citizens who live in both cities.
You mentioned the Newton Butler group. How important is it, do you think, that cross-border connections between the various councils continue and prosper?
Well, no better example than Fermanagh and the border corridor, and from a Sinn Féin perspective, councillors there have been trying very, very hard to develop those links, and I think they are beneficial. I think they're beneficial at a social level, at a community level, but also at an economic and political level as well. So, it's great to see that kind of cross-community engagement happen wherever it is, and I've been a huge proponent of that in terms of my work in East Belfast. I think that is naturally beneficial, and I think benefits flow from that, at a personal level, but also at that broader community level as well. So it's great that we see that, and it's great, I suppose, that the chair of Fermanagh District Council's here today as well, and maybe see how he can develop links with Belfast and Dublin for Fermanagh too.
Niall,